This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news this evening, it was a huge victory for Democrats last night in the Alabama Senate race. Democrat Doug Jones narrowly defeated controversial Republican candidate Roy Moore. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us from the Sarasota County Democratic Party headquarters tonight with more details.
Well, obviously, Democrats here are very happy with what had transpired in Alabama. They see this as a positive sign of things to come. The 50-48 victory of Democrat Doug Jones over Republican Roy Moore in Alabama's U.S. Senate race Tuesday night has ignited the Democratic Party here on the Sun Coast. Dolores McFarland, vice president of the Sarasota County Democratic Club, is thrilled with the results, especially in a state that is known as the reddest state.
A Democrat won a Senate seat in Alabama. And this is on the heels of Virginia, the win in Virginia. We've got momentum going now as a Democratic Party.
For some local Republicans, they see this victory a little differently. Rod Thompson, president of the Sarasota Republican Club, tells us he feels Doug Jones will only serve 2 years before a Republican is voted back in. It's a seat that was vacated by Jeff Sessions. Thompson believes Roy Moore was a very weak candidate, especially with all the sexual misconduct allegations.
Roy Moore himself did a really gosh-awful job of explaining them and of defending himself without actually making things worse. So it was sort of a perfect storm of events and confluence of things, and I don't believe it in any way portends anything towards the future.
Political science professor Frank Alcock says this victory by a Democrat in Alabama does have a significant impact, mainly that the Republicans will have one less vote in the Senate, now giving them just a 51-49 edge. He tells us it also does affect the president.
I think there are implications for Trump in the fact that he got so involved with a tainted candidate, but I think the biggest layer might be the enthusiasm that the Democrats will be picking up from this.
And Roy Moore has yet to concede to Doug Jones. He's hopeful that a recount will take place. Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick. In the midst of a scandal shaking up the Florida Senate, Governor Rick Scott has ordered state agency heads to adopt a sexual harassment policy. It requires training for workers and lays out procedures for reporting and investigating complaints. Scott issuing an executive order today detailing the steps agency heads must immediately take to address the issue of sexual harassment as the Senate conducts twin investigations into allegations of sexual misconduct by Senator Jack Latvala. Scott hopes his order will streamline how all harassment claims are handled in state government.
Every agency was doing a little bit differently. What this did is set up a process where, we have clear expectations of what the training would be, what the reporting process would be. It's all just to make sure we have a process that works.
Recently, a high-ranking Senate aide accused Latvala of groping her on several occasions and making unwelcome comments about her body over the past several years. Latvala has maintained that he did not touch the accuser or any other woman inappropriately. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is addressing the public regarding negative social media comments about their canines. The Sheriff's Office is still mourning the loss of their canine Edo, who was found dead earlier this week. Members of the canine unit are concerned about comments on their social media channels questioning the use of kennels for their canines. The Sheriff's Office says their canine handlers are members of the United States Police Canine Association and follow their guidelines for the training and handling of their dogs. Dr. David Furland, the executive director of the United States Police Association, says while it is not unusual to have a dog freely roaming inside the house while attended to by its handler, it's also not unusual to have a private and dedicated kennel space for the dog to rest and de-stress for its next upcoming assignment. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is conducting their own internal investigation along with the Northport Police Departments in hopes of determining any actions they can take to prevent future tragedies. 3 people are arrested after deputies recovered more than 200 grams of an illegal synthetic drug. It happened at a traffic stop at the intersection of US 301 and University Parkway. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say 2 men and a woman were in the vehicle. Deputies say the driver smelled of marijuana and was driving with a revoked license. Deputies searched the truck and found a bag of marijuana. All three were taken to the Sarasota County Jail, where deputies say they later found a bag of a synthetic drug called Pantalone, commonly known as MDMA. And after a 4-month-long investigation, the state of Florida is filing criminal charges against 3 men involved in that awful video of a shark being dragged from behind a boat. Now, we do want to warn you, the video might be graphic for some. 21-year-old Michael Wenzel, 28-year-old Robert Banak, and 23-year-old Spencer Hines are all being charged with animal cruelty. Banak is the son of Manatee County Commission Chairwoman Betsy Banak. Wenzel is the son of Manatee County Planning Section Manager Robert Wenzel. If found guilty, they could face up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine.
These guys aren't sportsmen, people. They're just a bunch of idiots going around and doing crazy stuff to animals.
Florida Fish and Wildlife say its investigation is now complete. Tonight, a boil water notice will be in effect for part of Manatee County. Water was shut off at 10 p.m. and will be off until 6 a.m. tomorrow for those living from Canal Street to 106th Street West between Cortez Road and Bayview Drive. You should boil your water for 24 to 48 hours after the water has been turned back on. Well, let's check in with meteorologist Steve Newman for a look at your first alert forecast. Steve, it is pretty chilly out there.
It is chilly. It got down in the 40s. It wasn't supposed to, but the temperatures are supposed to climb through the night back up into the 50s. So it is cold if you're out there trying to look at the meteor shower, which we'll be talking about a little bit later on. But there are some high clouds, but all in all, you get a great view of the sky tonight. Radar is indicating no precipitation anywhere in the state of Florida, just a little ground clutter here and there, and it should stay that way pretty much through the weekend. These were temperatures for highs today: 63 at Tampa, 67 at Fort Myers and Miami. Warm spot down there, 70 at Key West. And across our viewing area, 63 at Sarasota, Venice, 65, and pretty much low to mid and upper 60s right across the Suncoast viewing area. We'll see a little bit warmer temperatures tomorrow. Now here's our futurecast in high definition overnight, and winds right now are light and variable, but they're going to be coming more off the Gulf of Mexico overnight, and we'll see a thickening of clouds toward dawn and tomorrow morning as that moisture just thickens up. But the moisture is good because it means it'll keep us at night from cooling off. Here's what I'm talking about. Look at the futurecast showing a trend on our overnight planner going up back into the 50s through the overnight hours. So this is about as cold as it's going to be all night. I'll have the complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes, including that look at the Geminid meteor shower. Jacqueline.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. A new addition to downtown Sarasota revealing a sneak peek of the property today before the big debut. The Art Ovation Hotel will soon be opening in downtown Sarasota with 162 rooms and a wide range of amenities that appeal to art-loving locals and travelers. Some of those amenities include exclusive access to art shows, live art displays on property, in-room musical instruments, and a brand new restaurant and rooftop bar. The hotel will allow guests to experience Sarasota's vibrant culture.
As downtown Sarasota's reputation's grown and our cultural assets have grown in their reputation, people want to be close to the restaurants, to the theater. They're fine going out to the beach for a while during the day, but at night they want to be able to stroll down Main Street, stroll down Palm Avenue, and enjoy the beautiful downtown Sarasota.
The Art Ovation Hotel will be opening this winter. Sarasota County naming its Teacher of the Year this morning. Riverview High School's S. Swihart earning the honor at an award ceremony at the Westin in Sarasota. Swihart will go on to represent Sarasota County at the statewide Teacher of the Year event next year and will receive a $2,500 cash award.
I think that it's wonderful to celebrate educators as a whole. We need to do that more. We need to celebrate education as a whole and our students. So it's a wonderful day to see so many amazing people who work for our community all in one space and celebrate with them.
This is the second straight year a Riverview educator has won Teacher of the Year honors, so big congratulations to her. Florida's 2017 state Christmas tree was lit at the Capitol this morning by Governor Rick Scott and his wife Ann. They were joined by members of the Florida cabinet. The Florida-grown red cedar is one of approximately 16,000 trees that will be harvested and sold by more than 100 Christmas tree farms across the Sunshine State this year. The fresh Christmas tree industry in Florida adds about $3 million to the state's economy. Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam says all families should support local tree growers during the holidays.
This is the season of love, the season of hope, the season of birth, and we're thrilled to officially kick off the Christmas season with the annual presentation of the tree.
This year's tree was provided by the Bavarian Christmas Tree Farm of Tallahassee. The farm also supplied trees to Putnam's office as well as those of Florida's Attorney General and Chief Financial Officer. The Christmas trees will be on display through the end of the month. Well, stay with us. Meteorologist Steve Newman will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, House and Senate GOP leaders forging an agreement on the nation's tax laws, what it could mean for you and your family. And the popular music app that is now Apple's biggest purchase ever. We'll have those stories when we come back.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
Florida Studio Theater presents Mac the Knife, celebrating the spirited and immense talent of one of the greatest performers of the 20th century, featuring some of Bobby Darin's biggest hits such as Splish Splash, Beyond the Sea, Dream Lover, and of course, Mac the Knife. Critics say Mac the Knife is energetic, performed with great spirit, full of impressive arrangements. Audiences are calling it outstanding in every way. Mac the Knife is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Those meteor showers you were talking about, if you didn't get a chance to see them, they kind of just flew out right by.
That's right. And you've been getting some messages from people that have seen them. Yeah, I saw 3.
Okay.
But then I got cold and went back in the house. Take a big, heavy jacket if you're going out. And we'll show you where to look in just a minute. But now let's look out over Sarasota Bay today from our Van Wezel camera. And it was just a stunning day. Even though it was about 10, 15 degrees cooler than yesterday, it was still nice. Those high clouds coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. And right at 5:38, there's a beautiful beautiful sunset over Sarasota Bay in the Gulf of Mexico. Right now at the current temperatures across the area, we are pretty much one of the cooler spots here. Tampa's 53, Fort Myers 51, in the low 40s up in the Panhandle. But if you look closely, Sarasota and Bradenton are the coolest spots, and Parrish as well, right along Siesta Key and Longboat Key, still in the 50s, surrounded by that water. That's why they're staying so warm. Now, currently at the airport, here's the bad news. It's 47 degrees, but that's as cold as it's going to get. The winds are going to turn around from the west and southeast west overnight, and that'll bring in moisture. The dew points will go up, and we'll go into the 50s overnight. At least that's the plan. Right now, the GOES satellite shows high clouds coming in right now from the Gulf of Mexico, but nothing to obscure your view of the eclipse. And the thicker clouds that are rushing across the Gulf to be here around 4 or 5 this morning will not interfere with your viewing of the Geminid meteor shower. What do? Well, you go outside and look to the east. Look for the 3 stars of Orion's belt. That's a good landmark. Almost anybody can spot that. Look to the left. You'll see a red star Betelgeuse. Keep looking to the left, and here's Castor and Pollux. That's the constellation Gemini, hence the Geminid meteor shower, because they kind of appear to, from that constellation. Now, up to 60 meteors per hour. Some of them could even be fireballs. This in the past, it's only been around for about 200 years. It's a debris from a very mysterious object. They don't know if it's a comet or a rock or whatever, but right now the best viewing between now and dawn. It peaked about 9, but there's still plenty out there. Now let's talk about the weather. Up in the Great Lakes, boy, what a miserable night. High pressure is over the Gulf, and that's going to keep us dry and milder as we move to the week. But look at this. Montreal 5 degrees right now, Toronto 14. But this pool of cool air, we're going to have a major shift in the atmosphere this next few days with this cold air pivoting back. That'll allow warmth to pivot over us. So it's going to be a twofer there. So they're going to get milder in the northeast, and we're going to get warmer here in Florida. But it is a snowy night from the Great Lakes in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Even the New York City area will have snow overnight through the morning commute. In fact, let's take a look at the Futurecast showing the progress of this snowstorm, the 3rd in a row. Like every day or so they're getting them. And then the lake effect snow sets in, so even when the storms stop, you get more snow falling in the snow belts of New York. It just is not stopping. Well, here are our weather headlines for the Suncoast. We have no snow to talk about. Right now, clear skies and cool temperatures. I said earlier it would not be as cold tonight, but at 11 o'clock we saw it's getting close to that. More clouds through Friday, and then we'll have a warming trend that takes us right on through the early part of next week, maybe the low 80s by Sunday and Monday. Take a look at our Futurecast from the RPM model, showing a few clouds here and there. Now, it does look on this model like we got some green stuff moving over us. That's mainly rain aloft. I don't think any will touch the ground. It would be sprinkles at best. We have a front coming through on Friday. It's going to be fairly weak, and it'll be cooler again on Friday night, but still in the 50s. And then over the weekend, it'll warm back up into the 70s and low 80s. Here's our forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, not as cool, 47. Our average 55 with the southwest winds developing at 5 miles an hour, and that'll warm things up overnight, trust me. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny to cloudy day. Sunny in the morning, and then more clouds as the day goes on. Cooler, high 72 with those southwest winds. Lots of clouds. Now here's the good news I have for you. After this little cool spell, 47 tonight, 72 tomorrow, we warm up to the mid-70s on Saturday, 81 Sunday, 82 on Monday with a slight chance of showers. But next week, I think we've broken this pattern of cold spells every couple, 3 days. So it's going to be nice as we move into the Christmas week. Jacqueline.
Okay, thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Now to tax reform and the rush to put a bill on President Trump's desk before Christmas. The GOP-backed plan finally taking shape, but not without a fight. Tonight, leaders of both the House and Senate on the verge of a compromise. With more on the impact it could have on you and your family, plus the late-breaking details about the individual mandate, here's ABC's Richard Cantu.
Closer. I mean, we are so close right now, so close. In fact, almost, I don't want to talk about it. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
Republicans on the verge of a big win on tax reform that would give President Trump his first major legislative victory.
Americans will see lower taxes and bigger paychecks beginning in February, just 2 short months from now.
Here's what the House and Senate have agreed to. Drop the corporate tax rate from 35 to 21%. Cap the mortgage interest deduction at $750,000, a middle ground between the Senate and House versions. Repeal the Obamacare individual mandate that requires all Americans to have insurance, and lower the top individual tax rate from 39% to 37%. Still unclear how much it will cost. A new analysis predicts it could add more than $1.5 trillion to the nation's debt. On Capitol Hill, protests.
Kill this bill! Kill this bill!
And opposition from Democrats who insist the bill will benefit the wealthy.
What's there for the middle class is written in disappearing ink.
The Republican tax bill is one that Ebenezer Scrooge would love. It is a big bah humbug.
Democrats are hoping Republicans wait until Doug Jones from Alabama is sworn in.
Proceeding with this tax bill will be a dramatic death knell for the Republican Party in 2018.
The pressure is on for the GOP to pass the bill before they lose that key vote. Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
Apple has confirmed that it's buying Shazam, the app that tells you exactly what music is playing around you. The company did not reveal the value of the deal, but experts believe it's in the $400 million range. It would be one of the biggest purchases Apple has made, but not completely out of character. The company dropped $3 billion on Beats Electronics in 2014 to kickstart its music streaming business. The Shazam deal is pending final approval. Well, the Big Apple is gearing up for its famous New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square. And today, the numbers 1 and 8 for 2018 arrived on a flatbed truck. The 7-foot-tall numbers are on display at the crossroads of the world, waiting to be hoisted into place atop Times Square for the New Year's Eve festivities. Well, stay with us. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Since you've been so nice, we're going to share this with you.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Come out and enjoy a taste of Hanukkah this Sunday, December 17th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Philippi Estate Park on 41 in Sarasota. Everyone is invited. Admission is just $5 for adults. Children are free and free parking. See the world-famous Belunak, BMX trick stars, and more. Delicious gourmet kosher foods, music, and a 4-ton snow slide. Fun for the entire family. A taste of Hanukkah this Sunday, December 17th from 3 to 6 at Philippi Estate Park.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. for a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Now, sports.
Green Bay Packers coach Mike McCarthy says quarterback Aaron Rodgers is getting ready to play against the Carolina Panthers this weekend. Rodgers was medically cleared to return from a collarbone injury on Tuesday night. Rodgers missed the last 7 games after breaking his right collarbone in Week 6 at Minnesota. The two-time NFL MVP is eligible to be activated on Friday, 8 weeks after initially going on injured reserve. The Packers went 3-4 with backup Brett Hundley starting at quarterback, but remain in the playoff race, and Rodgers is ready to take them there.
You know, I'm not coming back to save this team. I'm coming back to play quarterback the way I know how to play it, and hopefully we all raise the level of our play collectively and find a way to win these 3 games.
And the Miami Marlins fire sale continues today. Miami has agreed to trade left fielder Marcell Ozuna to the St. Louis Cardinals. The third All-Star jettisoned by the Marlins this month in an unrelenting payroll purge under new CEO Derek Jeter. Miami traded second baseman Dee Gordon to Seattle last Thursday for 3 prospects and dealt right fielder Giancarlo Stanton, the reigning National League MVP, to the New York Yankees on Monday for second baseman Starlin Castro and 2 prospects. Center fielder Christian Yelich could be the next to exit the downsizing Marlins. And 2 very tall Santas gave a big Christmas gift on Monday. Twin NBA stars Marcus and Markieff Morris paid off the layaway orders of customers at a Walmart in their hometown of Philadelphia. Customers waiting for the final day for layaways at the store on Adams Avenue learned in line that the Morris twins spent $6 grand toward their gifts for Christmas. Their schedules didn't allow them to deliver the gifts in person, but they sent their elves, which was led by their mom. That's a look at sports tonight. We'll have your winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our boogie woogie bugle boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055. Have a great holiday.
Happy holidays from ABC7.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, Steve and I were just talking about how clear of a night it is to look at those meteors, and we still have some time.
We do. They peaked at 9 o'clock. The Geminid, the Geminid meteor shower. We had the Leonid not long ago.
Right.
Up to 60 meteors per hour. It is cold outside, so dress warmly for it. But it should be clear skies for the rest of the night.
Okay. Thank you so much, Steve, and thank you all for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good night.